Imagine a city where people are dying, not because doctors are absent, but because clean water didn't exist. Nobody knows why. Some blame bad air, some blame bad fate, and some think that disease is punishment. This is where the story of public health truly began. Hi, I'm Dr. Asha Priyanka, your public health dentist, and today we'll be talking a little about what is public health, right? Doctors treated patients one by one, but diseases kept returning. So society asked a bigger question: what if we treat the cause and not the patient? This is what gave birth to public health. Let's look at some definitions. Knudsen said public health is people's health, and Winslow said that public health is the science and art of preventing disease, prolonging life, and promoting health throughout organized community effort. Now, for centuries, people believed that diseases came from bad air. They called it miasma, poisonous vapors from filth and decay. So cities tried to clean their smells, but disease kept happening. Then our hero emerges, John Snow. In 1854, cholera struck London. A doctor named John Snow did something very revolutionary. He didn't treat the patients, he mapped the deaths. All the deaths pointed to one place, a Broad Street pump. And when the handle of that pump was removed, the outbreak stopped. This is why John Snow is also the father of epidemiology, as he laid the foundation for modern public health. Next, we come to the germ theory. This changed everything. Now, after John Snow, much later, Robert Koch proved that disease is caused by microorganisms. Now, public health had evidence and not beliefs. Vaccines, sanitation, and infection control all became very powerful tools. This brings us to the WHO, the World Health Organization, and our modern view of health. In 1948, the world agreed on one powerful idea, that is, that health is not the absence of disease. Health is the complete physical, mental, and social well being. Now, as infectious diseases declined, new enemies appeared: heart diseases, cancer, diabetes. Public health shifted their focus slowly from germs to lifestyle, inequality, and the society on the whole. The concepts like social determinants of health, poverty, education, income, health inequalities, and population based policies, all these things started becoming clearer and more viable to people. So, why does this public health matter to dentistry so much? Dental caries is not just sugar and bacteria, right? It's poverty, it's education, it's access to care, awareness. This is why public health dentistry exists. Medicine treats the patients, dentistry treats the mouth, but public health protects the society itself. And now you understand a little of why. Let's look at a flashcard that can possibly come from this topic. What is the WHO concept of health? It is the complete physical, mental, social well being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. An MCQ that can come from this topic: public health primarily differs from clinical medicine because it focuses on A. Diagnosis of disease, B. Treatment of individuals, C. Prevention of disease in populations, or D. Curative hospital services. The answer is C. Prevention of disease in populations. If you'd like more such MCQs and flashcards, please go to our app. And if you'd like to see more mind maps like this, you can purchase it on our book on public health dentistry. It's available on Amazon and Flipkart and our website also. And please like, share, and subscribe, and promote it on Instagram so that you get to know when more such videos are here. Thank you.